We all get a brief window of opportunity on this planet. And while you're catching up on sleep this morning, consider this. There's a snail out there, right now, risking everything to cross the largest desert of a sidewalk it's ever seen. Why? Because it beats hiding in its shell at home? Or maybe it was inspired by every snail that ever successfully reached the other side. I don't know. I'm not really sure what motivates a mollusk. But I do know this. No snail has any idea what's on the other side of that sidewalk. All they know is that they have a shell that can be cracked. And maybe not the best reaction time in the animal kingdom. But still they go. On the off chance they might actually connect with something greater than themselves. Maybe become one of those snails that inspires another snail. Now you may say this is dumb. Snails don't surf. Well, neither did any of us. Until we did.
Standings of our group and of the operations, and one of the guys wasn't very happy. In fact, he was pissed off because I had not been giving him enough of the goods, enough of the earnings, enough of the hideout, enough of the different districts. And so he was pissed off and basically ready to end it with me. And that was evidenced in some phone conversations I had with him, as well as this cutscene. And apparently Lincoln's responses are different as well, which is really cool to see that there's a lot of variety in these cutscenes. And it was just a cool scenario where I had to see what they were saying, decide not only based on what I wanted to unlock, what weapon or what perk, but who I wanted to piss off or who I wanted to satiate. And I ended up... I'll let that be a mystery and we'll save it for the full playthrough. But I ended up doing something that had pretty cool consequences. People were pissed off. I got cool stuff. And you want to make sure that you keep that in balance. Or not. If you feel like you don't care about one of the people, push your luck. And I'm curious to see how far they're willing to push that. And if they really are willing to go all the way to a total betrayal or a total disavowing or a total split and separation, how that might affect the ending. Really excited to see. But I loved all of the variety, not only in gameplay, which is something that's becoming more and more common in open world titles, but also in storytelling. And I love the fact that you are going to get to have almost RPG-like effect on these characters and on who you choose to align with and how that goes. And I thought that was something that these aren't characters that just show up in the game, do their mission line, and then boom, they're done. But they are going to be with you, hopefully all the way, and you're going to have to balance them, interact with them, and build relationships with them that will be unique to your Lincoln. Now, there isn't anything crazy in terms of character customization, but Lincoln will have multiple looks. You see them in the trailer that sort of evidence and resemble his mental state and sort of what's going on in the game, which I think is cool. At least they are committed to giving some variety and timeline variety throughout this story. All in all, I thought it was super fun. It does have a lot of the same trappings of open world in terms of, like, the police will get pissed off if you run someone over, if you bump into a police car, and I found those actually pretty difficult to get out of. You have to either kill all the cops and hope that you can hide, or try to run away, and that was tricky. Now, that can be enhanced and made easier by some of those perks. So there's some that will assist you in your escape, which, again, I think is pretty cool how all of that system with those 3 underbosses really... Again, it has story implications, it has gameplay implications, and I thought that was really cool. I'm looking at my list of everything I wanted to make sure that I covered here, and I think I got just about all of it. I'm curious to know what you guys think of the gameplay, and if you have any questions about what I talked about or any ideas or thoughts. I played Mafia 2 and really liked it. This is definitely a step up. It looks next-gen, it feels next-gen, and I really... I got to go back to my favorite part being the gunplay and the controls. For me, this game would not be something I'd want to play if it didn't feel good. I think the story was interesting. I'd probably want to see it from that standpoint, maybe watch it or something. But the fact that the gunplay is so good, I really like it. And I really hope that they follow through with all of the emphasis on those underbosses and your decisions.